It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019 100.5, 1450 WGNSSports.com and Big G TV.
And this portion of the Coach's Show is brought to you by Sir Pizza, whose 3 Murfreesboro locations offer a huge selection of mouth-watering pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and wings. You can order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. And we have as a guest today Jennifer Grandstaff, the head coach of the Blackman Lady Blaze, 20-3 on the year, 5-0 in district play. And Jennifer, good to hear from you, and I know you're excited about how your girls are playing.
Yeah, good morning, John. Yes, I am very pleased with the way our kids are playing right now. I just think they're confident and playing good basketball, and we're just kind of a little bit. I thought we really played good last night and got on a roll. So yeah, we're fired up about how we're playing right now. You know, you had that the ice situation and missed a game, and then you had to come right back and play with not a lot of practice, if any. But it seemed like you girls, the girls you have played so well defensively that any kind of problem you might have had offensively, you've kind of been able to erase that issue. Yeah, we do. We spend a lot of time on defense, and I think our defense has obviously gotten a lot better throughout the course of the year. We just try to really sell our kids on how important playing on the defensive end is to us, because we go through little droughts where we have a hard time scoring on offense, but, we just tell them there's other ways. You can find ways to win when you struggle offensively, and our kids have bought into that, and, they've pulled us through some tough situations just because, they have been able to play, get good stops on the defensive end, and, we've just seen a lot of improvement, like you mentioned, just throughout the course of the last month defensively, and, we're hanging our hat on that right now. Well, you held teams to 8 points one game, 40, 10, 22. It's hard not to lose when you can hold a team to under 40 points. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good problem to have. I mean, it really is. Again, I think our kids have bought in how important it is for us to play good defense, like I said, because we do go through we have gone through some stretches, and our kids get frustrated when their offense doesn't go, and we just try to be real positive with them and just tell them, hey, we got to find a way to win. We got to find a way to win, and they've locked in, and we've gotten better defensively. So yeah, we're just excited about where they're at right now. Well, I'm going to talk about some players here just for a second as we go over them. I want to start with Sam. Sam Garner, 20 points and a win over Stewart's Creek last night. But just the way she glides across the floor. I don't know that I've seen one in a long time other than maybe Dangerfield. You had a couple at Oakland when you were there. It's just sheer confidence in handling the ball and making the passes and taking the shot that she needs to take. Yes. A lot of growth and improvement Sam's made throughout the course of the year. A lot of maturity, I'm telling you. She's grown up a lot. She's become such a good leader for us on and off the court. And the thing I'm most pleased with about Sam is she's, made herself be a scorer. Before she was such a good facilitator. Her role last year, we weren't looking for her to score. And then this year, she's, we've talked to her a lot about it. Like, man, you got to score. You got to be a scorer. You got to put pressure on the defense. You got to push the ball. And she's bought into that role. And like you mentioned, she has become a big offensive threat for us. So yeah, just pleased with Sam's growth over the last year. So made huge strides for us. One reason why we're having so much success is because she gives us a solid scoring option out there on the floor. And buddy, she doesn't waste any time getting the ball down the floor. I mean, you better be ready to run with her because she's gonna bring it. I'll tell you. That's something we work hard with her on. When she goes, we go, and that's pretty much been how it's been at Blackman. When we get a point guard that can really do a great job of pushing the basketball and setting our tone, then we have a lot of success, and we do. We stay on Sam constantly, daily about it. Like you've got to push the ball, get us moving, and she's done a great job of that as well. Layla Hall is one that Brian and I will do one of y'all's games, and we go,
sometimes I think she passes too much, and I said,
agree.
But I said, I guess that's a good problem, but she is the most unselfish player I've ever seen from that position itself, because I think she could kind of, I don't want to put too much pressure on her, but I think she could almost score at will underneath the basket.
I'm telling you, when you get you're fortunate enough to coach an athlete like Layla, it's a lot of fun. I mean, she's just so gifted, just a special player. And like you mentioned, I think Layla can score a lot more than what she is scoring right now. But she's been very unselfish. She's been so much fun to coach. She's just a truly special player.
Is her demeanor is her demeanor, Coach? Is it like you see on the floor? I mean, she seems 100%. Like she's kind of the quiet assassin.
She is very quiet, almost a little shy sometimes.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
And that's how she plays. And then, she's just she's a great young lady. That's the thing about our kids. I talked to them last night after the game. Our seniors especially, just great character. And Layla's just another example of great character that we have in our program. But, great passer, great scorer. Just she's got a lot of God-gifted ability, and we're just excited to have the opportunity to coach Layla.
And Jennifer, a lot of people don't realize that y'all are pretty young. I mean, Sam's a sophomore. I mean, you've got some sophomores and juniors out there. Tomlin has played well, and Herring also. She is another one that gets the ball down the floor in a hurry.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Mara's just been a fireball for us. She's having a great year, both on the offensive end, on the defensive end. She does so many of the little things, gets the loose balls, just puts great pressure on the ball. Her kids, she takes a lot of pride in holding her opponents to a certain amount of points. She's just an all-around, been a fantastic leader for us as well, and just having a super year. So, just another plus right now.
And I think you're pretty happy with your depth right now. You have a Corey that could come off the bench. You've got a couple of other girls that can come in and fill in minutes. That's a good problem to have too.
Exactly. I mean, we feel good about our 8-9 kids that we play. We've got a pretty good rotation. We're able to sub and stay on course, stay on track to what we're doing, and just a great collective effort by everybody, our upperclassmen in our program right now.
When you think of bench, do you think of they don't necessarily have to come in and be superstars, but they keep it flowing and keep the game at the same pace, and the confidence still there.
Yeah, definitely. When you sub, we've got our kids that can really put up a lot of points in our scores, but when we do sub, I feel like we don't lose much when we do make a substitution. We really just try to get our kids to stay within what we're trying to do, and try not to do too much, and make sure we keep our defense intact, that we're all 5 on the same page. Sometimes when you do sub, you have a defensive breakdown, or somebody tries to do too much on offense, and we felt good about, what our kids do when they do come in the ball game. They like you said, we just stay on course and stay with what we do, and we've been doing it pretty well right now.
We're talking to Jennifer Grandstaff, the head coach of the Blackman Lady Blaze. And Jennifer, I'm going to ask you this question. I think I know what the answer is going to be, but you've changed districts, basically. It's been a realignment. Has that been an adjustment for you guys, or is it just about the same? Because I know you still play all the teams in Murfreesboro as well.
Well, it's definitely been a challenge, just because we're a lot smaller district, and, finding games was a challenge. But, we still have played all of our region opponents, and we've played a couple of them twice. So, we're familiar with what, coming into tournaments, what we're going to see, just because we did have an opportunity to play everybody. But, I don't know. You just, it doesn't really matter what district you're in, and that's just the way it is. And, so I can't say that it's affected us too much, other than just, games, trying to find basketball games. It's been a little bit more difficult.
Now, with you playing region opponents, that makes that region much more, I think, interesting in terms of planning and, scoping. I don't want to get too far ahead. We still got a district tournament, but I think it's a good thing that you've played them, correct?
Oh, gosh, yeah. so familiar with our region opponent versus last year. Our region opponent was, the Cookville, Lebanon, that region. So familiarity is obviously going to be a lot easier for scouting purposes and prep. We know all of our opponents pretty well and their personnel, so that makes our life a little bit easier, I guess, in terms of prep. But we are going to be very familiar with whoever we play in our district and in our region tournament.
And you've got games. Against Rockville. That's going to be a good one. It's a non-district, but that's going to be a great game. And then Friday the 13th, you've got Laverne. You finish things up, getting ready for the district tournament. I wanted to mention one thing that I really think has been a key to your success. And by the way, congratulations on 700. That's unreal. And you're still so young. But anyway. Yeah, right. You have managed over the years to keep the same coaching staff. Now, they may have gone on to other things, head coaching jobs and that kind of thing. But wherever you've been, when you keep a staff, they usually stay with you. And what's the key to that? I mean, you've got a great staff right now.
Right. I've been extremely fortunate with the people that I've been surrounded around. I've had great, like you said, great staff. I had great loyal staff with Missy Blizzard and Mitzi Wilson over at Oakland, just tremendous people. And then with our staff at Blackman, since I've been there, with Cora Beth Smith, Shelby Gibson, and Brad Martin. I don't know. I think the big key is treat each other with respect. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I've always tried to live by that. And just because I'm a head coach doesn't mean that they don't have a huge part in our program. I give them a lot of responsibility. I just think we have a mutual respect for each other.
Well, I think the one thing that impresses me the most about you is that you have former players, playing that working for you. They want to be with you, and they want to do some things, and you've taught them to be coaches themselves. And Shelby's a perfect example of that. And that's got to be, I don't know if the word's flattering, but that's got to make you feel good inside, I think.
Oh, anytime you get an ex-player that wants to be involved and learn from you, it's humbling. Shelby's going to be a great one. She is. I'm excited to watch her future unfold. So she is. She's got a lot of passion for the game, and she's a student of the game, and she's just going to be up and coming great coach that people need to take notice of.
Well, Coach, I could talk another 30 minutes, but I got to let you go. We're on a timer. Yes, it's good luck to you the rest of the way, and I hope to get to talk to you before the season's over.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right. That's Jennifer Grandstaff, the head coach of the Blackman Blaze. This portion of the show brought to you by Rick's Barbecue, serving up the best smoked barbecue ribs and many local favorites. Barbecue and ribs, I should say, and many local favorites on Warrior Drive, locally operated by former Riverdale great Anne Marie Brents and the Lanning family.